Good morning and a happy Tuesday. We are waking up just 2 weeks from Mardi Gras, and temperatures are going to stay purple, green, and cold all weekend. Of course, another cold front on the way late tonight to early Wednesday, so you will see changes out ahead of it. We're looking onto the downtown sparkling view of a lot of lights at night. Temperatures much warmer than we were at this same time yesterday, in the 30s to 40s across most spots. So we see 46 for the South Shore at the moment. Everybody at least a degree to 10 degrees warmer than just 24 hours ago. No one at that freezing mark, but this is not going to be the case for too much longer. 24 hours from now will still be a little bit warmer, but as we head into Thursday, Friday, the 20s are back on the Northshore, and it will feel more like the teens, if not even colder. So on the South Shore right now, you're waking up to 40s and 50s. Those cold weather preps should begin as we approach tomorrow at the latest. We've got some rain to get through tonight. So dew point values right now on the rise on the South Shore, meaning the higher that number, the muggier it feels. Of course, it doesn't feel muggy at the moment. We are seeing a little bit of moisture start to return from the Gulf. And you see those winds transitioning as well. Instead of the northerly direction, we've got some out of the east and eventually the southeast. So also a sign of warmer air on the way today. Now we'll have additional clouds returning into the afternoon and tonight. Low 60s back as your high forecast for the afternoon time frame. But in the map in motion, you can see a transition on the overall pattern. Couple quick passing showers possible as we head into the afternoon and evening time frame, especially off to the west, and that'll become more widespread as we look to late afternoon and tonight in the metro. But the real deal cold front, of course, not arriving until the overnight time frame. So here's your midnight time stamp on the North Shore. Heavier downpours before the South Shore, and then we'll start to see additional heavy rain moving in from the Gulf. All of that a little bit more concentrated toward the coastline into the 2, 3, 4 o'clock hours. So not too worried about a widespread flood threat or even flash flood threat, because A, this is going to move through quickly, and B, a lot of that heaviest rain is going to be concentrated offshore. But you will definitely want to make sure you have those alerts enabled. We have a very low end severe weather risk, and it's primarily for potential hail and damaging winds. So here's the overall takeaway as we approach 6 a.m. and beyond. So peak commute time frame will start to dry out. Big improvements on the backside as far as your sky conditions with eventual clearing, and then also a much colder rush of not only the air but significant winds. Here's the enhanced risk again. It's not even across the entire viewing area, just the South Shore, basically from the New Orleans metro down to our coastline. It's just a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk, but that means we can't entirely rule out potential severe weather. So overnight tonight, make sure you have a way to receive those warnings as you're sleeping. Most of this coming through without the majority of the viewing area too impacted. And then on the backside, we've got that extremely cold air from well to our north, digging further south. So we're going to be waking up to what feels like the single digits in a couple spots north of the state line and the teens elsewhere on Thursday morning once you factor in the wind chill. Here are the next 3 mornings. Again, you've got a little bit of time to protect those pipes north of the lake. 20s for Thursday and Friday will be right at that freezing mark on the South Shore. So you should be able to leave the plants outside, but make sure you at least cover them up on the South Shore. North of the lake, you're thinking about people, pets, plants, and that 4th P, pipes. As we head into your Saturday, everybody jumps up above the freezing mark, and then into the afternoon time frame, we'll see those 50s returning on Sunday morning. Once again, 30s to 40s. So something to keep in mind as well. We do look dry for most of the parades this weekend. Could have an isolated rain chance as we head into the late evening time frame on Saturday. We'll be watching for that, but day parades look fine both Saturday and Sunday, which is of course some great news. And again, in terms of the pipe concerns, basically from Slidell and Mandeville, as well as Hammond up north to the state line, you'll want to think about putting those preps in place. So here's the temperature breakdown. Much colder Thursday, Friday in the upper 40s for highs. Saturday we'll see the 50s return, and by Sunday the 60s. Looking towards Mardi Gras itself, we do see a little bit of above average weather returning. Here's the 7-day. Enjoy it.